Charging. What's up guys, it's your girl M, and I'm back with another video for you today. Now this is going to be kind of a new little series that I'm wanting to do on my channel. It's called Let's Talk About It. And basically I just want to talk about all different kinds of topics, and I'm going to be drinking my coffee here. You know, what would this channel be without me being caffeinated? And we're just going to have a conversation. I'm going to talk about different things, and what I want to do is I want to, in the future, like tomorrow, I'm going to start having these be posted earlier in the day, in the morning, so you guys can get your day off to a good start. And we can just have a conversation while you guys are getting ready, and we can just chit chat, and we can talk about whatever you guys would like to hear me talk about. Today's video is going to be about self-love, how to love yourself, how I've learned to love myself, and things like that. But please let me know if there's any topics that you'd like me to talk about in the comment section. Let me know if you'd like to hear about like how I feel about plastic surgery, about body image, about being plus size, about food, about things going on in the world, how I feel about Meg the Stallion being shot, just like different things. That's just an example. We love you, Meg. Praying for you, hoping for a speedy recovery. We all have your back. And just like different things like that. Like if you want to hear just like my opinions, I guess, about stuff. And we can just have a conversation in the comment section down below, and you guys can listen to me while you're doing whatever you're doing. It's not gonna be like a real like showy video. It's just me talking, and maybe maybe you guys aren't gonna like it. Maybe you guys have enough people talking at you all the time and you don't want to hear what I have to say, but I thought I would try it out, and we can just, enough with my chit-chatting, we can just go on into the video. But yeah, so be sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below different topics that you'd like to hear from me, and let's go ahead and get into this video about self-love. So, what is self-love? What is it all about? Does it mean that you love yourself more than anything? Does it mean, you know, you put yourself first? Does it mean you don't think about anybody at all? I think self-love is really about taking care of yourself and making sure that your needs are met. Because if your needs aren't being met, how do you expect to help or take care of anybody else, for that matter? And I know I get myself into a position sometimes where I'm just so busy, focused on other people and focused on their wants, on their needs, that I neglect my own. And then those feelings start to bubble up under the surface, and then I start feeling upset or depressed or angry or resentful, and then I just give up. I don't want to do anything anymore. I just feel, you know, lost. And that doesn't do any good, because if I lose myself, how am I going to find others? How am I going to help others? So I have been consciously trying to just take care of myself, check in on myself and say, listen, Emily, what do you want? What do you want today? How are you feeling? And it's made me feel a lot better. It's made me feel more in control of my life, and I don't know, it feels good to check in with myself. And I think we all should be doing that. And I know there's a lot going on right now, and we all just want our families and our friends to be safe. And I mean, between the pandemic, the election, everything that's going on, it's a lot. It's a lot of strain on your home life. It's a lot of strain on your personal life. It's a lot of strain on your brain, to say the least. And we need to be taking care of that. We need to be taking care of ourselves. Oh, my phone's getting blown up. DoorDash, they want a last chance 30% off pickup. Okay. Maybe I'll do a mukbang later. But in these stressful times, as I, digress, in these stressful times, we need to be checking in on ourselves and saying, what could make me happy right now? If what could make you happy right then in that moment is you going to the store and getting a brownie, you better go and get that brownie. Shoot. There are these little things that we can do each and every day to make ourselves feel better. Maybe it's not gonna solve all our problems. Maybe it's not gonna solve all our issues. But if it's going to bring us some relief, even if just for 5 to 10 minutes, we should do that. We should be a little bit selfish. And it's not selfish in a bad way. Sometimes being selfish is really just being selfish and you're a jerk and nobody wants to be around you because you're a selfish jerk. But sometimes being selfish is for the greater good of yourself and the people you love. Because when you're being selfish and you're taking care of yourself and you're feeling good about yourself, you're gonna be able to help others feel good about themselves. You're gonna be able to help them. Because you can't help somebody when you're drowning yourself. You can't save somebody that's drowning when you don't know how to swim. It doesn't make any sense, you're both goners. That's it. So you have to build yourself a life raft if you can't swim. And then you can save other people. But building a life raft is saving you first. I mean, this analogy kind of got away from me a little bit. I don't know. But it is what it is. Golly. I'm not a self-help guru. I don't have all the answers. My life is like a garbage fire right now. But you have to have faith in yourself and you have to take care of yourself. And then you can take care of other people. And then you can help others and you can just be a better version of yourself. And I think for me, I've neglected myself for a little too long. And that's on me. I can't blame anybody else but myself. I focused on other people's happiness and I neglected my own, so then I was feeling empty and it just wasn't a good situation for anybody. And I have to work on that. I have to constantly work on saying, I have these boundaries. And you guys need to, having boundaries is not a bad thing. It doesn't make you mean. It doesn't make you, selfish. It makes you human. Having those boundaries to say, hey, I love you, but I need this boundary so I can feel whole, so that I can love myself. Nobody should fault you for that. And if they fault you for that, then maybe their feelings aren't so real for you. You need to be able to say, this is what I want. This is what I need. And I have never done that because I didn't want to be looked at as a bitch. I didn't want to be the mean person. I didn't want to be the pessimist. I didn't want to be the person that held anything back. I just wanted everybody to be happy, so I would sacrifice my own happiness. And then it just left me feeling like, well, dang, what about me? And you have to learn how to stand up for yourself. It's not about being a bitch. It's not about being mean. It's not about any of that. It's about saying, this is what I want. This is what I need. And if you can't help me out, then I'll do it myself, you know? And I don't want you guys to like read between the lines of any of these like let's talk about it videos. I mean, of course some things like apply to my real life, but I'm just speaking in general. I've always been a people pleaser. I've always been somebody that's like, oh yeah, I need your validation, please, like tell me that I'm good, tell me that I'm great, tell me that I'm, you know, perfect. You know, I've always been somebody that has needed validation and needed to know always that I'm doing the right thing. And that has compounded with my anxiety, and it just makes my brain a neurotic mess because I'm constantly looking for approval from other people when I really just need my own approval. If you're not harming anybody, if you're not being mean or malicious or have bad intent, it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to say, you know what, this is what I want, this is what I need. And it's okay to be selfish. It's okay. It's okay. They say self is a part of selfish, right? You know, that's intentional probably. I mean, it's grammar, it's linguistics, but whatever. I just think, you know, we all, especially us people pleasers out there, raise your hand if you're a people pleaser. We need to do better at standing up for ourselves and saying, you know what, this doesn't make me feel good, so I'm going to do something else that makes me feel good. And the people that love and support you are going to be like, yeah, go do what makes you feel good, you know? And those are the kind of people that you want to be around. Those are the kind of people that you need to be around. Kind of weeds out the people that aren't meant to be around you, don't you think? You know? And it's not about being mean, and you can say, it's all about how you say things instead of what you say. It's like, you know what? If I'm being honest, I don't feel great, XYZ. It's not, you know what, you made me feel blah, 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 and you just like fly off the handle. It's all about communicating that. And I'm somebody that I have a hard time. My parents got divorced because they could not communicate anything in their lives ever. They could not communicate. They could not get on the same page to save themselves, to save anybody, to save me, to save our dog, to save our, like they just could not communicate. So coming from a people pleaser, my mom's a very big people pleaser, and my dad is a very like just get over it type of person. Like the no need to have emotions, like just deal with it, get over it. Like they could never find a common ground. They could never get to that place where they could just communicate to each other and not feel like they've been, like they're being attacked, or it's just two totally different personalities. And I'm not saying that two totally personalities can't make it work, but they couldn't. And it just was becoming more and more apparent that they couldn't. And I'm grateful that they did get divorced, because instead of growing up in a house where my parents were constantly in turmoil, I grew up in two separate, loving homes. Now, of course, there's other things that go on, and you know what? Maybe tomorrow's video will be about divorce. I'll talk about divorce tomorrow, because I've got a lot to say about that topic. Because I think growing up, when you're younger, you don't understand everything, and then when you grow up, you look back and you're like, wait, that was actually kind of messed up how that happened. So I think maybe I'll do the divorce topic tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But you have to be able to, anyways, you have to be able to communicate those needs and those wants, and you're gonna feel a lot better. And another thing, I saw this tweet. Andrea Russet, I don't know if you follow her on YouTube or know of her. She's actually from my hometown, which is funny. But she tweeted, let me look at it. Let me see it. Because it's so spot on that I'm getting all these notifications. It's so spot on that I'm just like, oh my gosh. Where has this tweet been all my life? God. Everybody just wants a piece of me right now. I'm trying to film a video. I don't know why don't I just go to her page? I'm going through my likes. My camera cut out. Okay, so this is the tweet. Self-discipline is the highest form of self-love. This sentence changed my life when I finally chose to understand it. And when I saw that, I thought, wow, she's on to something with that one. When you're disciplined and you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of your wants and your needs, and you're doing everything that you've got to do, how could you not love yourself? You've got a plan, you are putting it into action, and you are following the steps that you need to take to be successful, to be happy, to have whatever you want, whether it's financial independence or a freaking Gucci belt. When you are disciplined and you're focused on your consistency and showing up and doing your best every single day, no matter how you feel, you are going to have this newfound form of love for yourself and respect for yourself. It all goes hand in hand. And your self-esteem is also a big part of that. When you're accomplishing your goals and you're doing all these different things, how could you not feel better about yourself? How could you not want better for yourself? It's all food for thought. It all goes hand in hand. And I just ordered some self-help books on Amazon, so I think I might like show you guys those and we can talk about it. But I think there's a lot to be discussed about this topic, about loving yourself and being disciplined and getting your act together. I'm always in a constant state of like, how do I fix my life? Like, how did I end up here? And a common denominator of how I end up there is because I just give up on myself. I don't give myself a real shot. Whether it's out of insecurity, out of laziness, out of lack of self-esteem. But then when you think about it, what if I was treating myself better? Would I be lazy? Would I have this lack of self-esteem if I was treating myself better? If I was more disciplined, if I was more consistent? Wouldn't I feel better? Wouldn't I do better? Maybe I wouldn't find myself in this position so many times. It gives you food for thought. And it makes you think. And I think with everything going on in my life and everything going on in the world, I think now is the perfect time to rediscover yourself. Figure out what makes you happy. Figure out what it will take to get you to a better place, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it may be. Maybe your life isn't that bad and you go, you know what, maybe let's see if we can take this into the stratosphere. Let's see what we can do if I really work on myself. Maybe I'm just kind of flatline and I want to be brought back to life. Or maybe you're like dead on the ground and you're like, okay, we need a kickstart. It's not going to be a change that happens overnight. It's going to be a gradual change. It's going to be a gradual shift. But if you stay consistent and you stay the course and you continue to check in on yourself every day and you put up your boundaries and you say, this is what I want, this is what I need, and you surround yourself with people that can support you and help you get to the next phase in life and get to your next goal or whatever it is, you're just closer to loving yourself all the more. And you're gonna get to a place where you're like, wow, I did it. I really did it. I love myself. I've achieved a lot. I've failed, because you're gonna fail. It's not just gonna be like, oh yeah, I stayed the course. You're probably gonna fail sometimes. I'm gonna be real with you. You're probably gonna fail sometimes. It's not always gonna go how you want it to go. But when it doesn't go how you want it to go, you recalibrate and you get right back on course. And that's how I feel about self-love. I'm gonna stop there because I think I could probably talk about this for another hour or so, and I don't think you guys really want hour-long videos from me. But tomorrow I'll do the topic on divorce if that's what you guys think that you might like. Let me know any other topics that you'd like to hear me talk about, and if I'm maybe not so knowledgeable about something, we can, you know, maybe I can ask questions, or I can just have it be a topic and I can see what I can do to help. I'm not a licensed psychologist. I'm not a licensed anything. I'm just a girl with a camera and a laptop that puts YouTube videos out. So, you know, maybe don't take my advice because your life might implode. But maybe you could try taking the advice and maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for this video. Let's talk about it. Self-love. I barely even drank my coffee. I was talking your head off. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow my Twitter at @MannMan and my Instagram at MidwestMansfield. Connect with me there. Let me know what topics you'd like to hear. And yeah, just let me know. Connect with me. I've already said that. But I really like to hear from you guys, and I want to thank you guys again for so much love and support. I hit 26,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. All you new little babies, welcome to my family. Welcome, my little angels. Thank you for joining this journey with me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.